we are going to be tackling some creepy TikToks that will make you rethink your reality.
Mira este man, vea. Mira este man, vea. Este man que... Este man aquí, vea. Se quita la camisa. Devuélvelo. Ponele cuidado, pues. Mira, ve. Se quita la camisa y tira bendición. Ese man se echa así, se echa la bendición. Y se echa. ¿Pero por qué? Y mira este man que llega aquí y no lo pilla, vea. Y no lo ve. No lo ve, mano. No ese man ahí en la cara. Eso, no sé. No sé, eso, mano. Ay. Mira, ve, todo el mundo llegó, ve. Llegaron todos y nadie lo ve. Mano, ¿eso qué, weón? Mano, está muy raro, mano. Eso para mí es algo normal. Claro, eso es inframundo, mano, algo. Ni esta pelada que va pasando lo ve. No sé por qué la cámara sí lo capta, mano. Mira, ve, de frente, ve. Ya, ahí llegaron esos manes de ahí. Ahí ese man está armado, Sí, ese man lo porta. Ese man lo porta, pille, ya. Mandando a buscar el man. Mano, y ese man lo ve. Mano, es que eso está re raro. Mire lo que va a hacer el del 15, ya. Pille, ya. Se baja, ya. Se baja. Nadie lo ve. Todo el mundo pasándole por el lado y nadie lo ve. Vea, por encima de él pasó, ya. Y no lo vio. Mano, eso es un rezo, mano. No, pues con Andy, son temas hecho ahí. No dice que quitó hasta los collares. Pues sí, mano, pero es que hasta no ver, no creer, mano. Yo no creía en eso hasta este video, mano. Pille, mano, pero eso es algo de... Nadie lo ve, vea. Vea, el man pasó desapercibido. Todo el mundo buscando el mano y le pasan es por el lado, Vea.
Quantum jumping does not mean jumping out of your body and randomly waking up in another world on another planet. You are staying right where you are, in your body, on this planet. It is the world around you that changes with you. Look at it like this. The wealthy and the poor are living in the same society on the same planet. And still, they are experiencing two completely different worlds at the same time. These different worlds are one, existing at the same time. There are multiple realities available to you at all times. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. You are not able to see those frequencies, but your mind has the ability to pick up on those frequencies. That is why you can think of your desired reality. It is already existing in another dimension. These dimensions are coexisting at the same time. The reality you can physically see and experience is the one that aligns with your vibration. Everything is coexisting at the same time. The past, the present, the future, and different types of realities in the quantum field. Think of it like this. If you switch on your TV, you can only watch one channel at a time. But that does not mean only this. One channel is streaming right now. There is a show streaming on every channel at the same time. It's the same with the reality.
I think this quantum jumping is almost the same thing as a quantum entanglement. Because Tesla said if you really want to figure out the secrets of the world, you need to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Rebel. Look at the etymology. Rebel. To change the frequency.
So on the news, they gave you some eclipse tips, and I find it very peculiar. Yeah, they told you to schedule errands and appointments and do all of that early. Have a plan with the community and friends. Have cash in hand and limited internet access. Buy groceries and gas. Expect heavy traffic and long lines for local services. It sounds like what you would tell somebody to prepare for a natural disaster. Have a community and a plan with friends and family. What do we need a plan for? It's just supposed to be an eclipse. And then have the necessary groceries and gas too. Y'all smell that? Yeah, because something definitely smells fishy. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take heed to that warning and I'm gonna prepare. Yeah, y'all better look at that eclipse tips and take heed to the warning. Me personally, I definitely feel like something is coming. Let me know what y'all think about these eclipse tips in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if you want that exclusive content. Hit that Gmail, y'all trying to do business. We in some strange times.
Fly over these areas that are burned to the ground, you'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it. And anyway, since I took office, FEMA's provided text.
A lot going on. I mean, look at the fires first and foremost.
Well, that one home didn't burn because it had the right roof on it. So you guys should peep into that.
Fires is one of the largest land grabs in history, in my personal opinion. And the reason why I said this, the deeper I researched into the fires, you see that you have the companies that have these energy weapons. There's one called Raytheon. I'm not saying that they're involved. I'm just saying they happen to be in these areas, offices in these specific areas. And then you have the land developers, which move in immediately after the disaster. And then you have the insurance companies, which only pay a portion of the value of the home to the people that lost everything. And leaving them with only enough money to literally move, not rebuild.
Right.
And so that clears out the way for developers to come in. And then you have, which I found evidence of, which I did a whole show about this, you have these other people, these developers that have already made plans on what they're going to build on these sites before the fires even happen.
Wow.
How is that possible? And before it's even gotten approved by the city or the state. So there's these plans to build and construct new areas around these regions where the fires or other natural disasters have happened before it happened. So that, to me, there's some type of collusion going on. To me, it's a much bigger thing going on than people realize. And I think it's probably what we're seeing with these fires, the largest land grab in modern history.
Wow.
Looked at the size of our sun in comparison to Earth.
Yeah.
And then looked at other suns in comparison to our sun. Really big ones are bigger in proportion to like when you see Earth and the sun.
Yeah.
When they see the sun and it, they're bigger than that. Like these things are so big. So you go all the way from Earth to the sun, and now Sirius A, and then look at this one. Look at Pollux, and look at this one, Arcturus. Now look how much bigger they are than the Earth. Look at this one. Look at that one, Aldura.
What is this guy?
No. Wait, just wait. Look at this.
What's that?
That's a blue hypergiant star called Pistol Star.
One's just called God.
Bro, no, look, it keeps going, dude.
What is this one?
No, these are the stars. This is how crazy the universe is. Look at that one. Stevenson. Now, no, we're not done. Look at the size.
No.
Bro, look at the size of a black hole. Supermassive black hole.
There's bigger ones.
No, look at the size of this one.
This is blowing my mind.
Bro, there's black holes out there that are the size of galaxies.
The idea that when you're in a higher dimension, you can see below lower dimensions, but you can't see dimensions above you.
Exactly, unless you have the capability of matching frequency to be able to walk in.
Match the frequency.
Yeah, so for example, my hand is stopped now by this table. Why is it stopped? I'm not really touching the table. There's repulsion going on. Electromagnetic repulsion between the electrons in my hand repelling the electrons in the table. You don't really touch anything. Now, if I can match the subatomic frequency of the atom here on this table with my hand, I'd be able to pass my hand right through this table unscathed. Why? Because atoms are 99.999% empty space. Nothing is really here. Everything is only a light wave slowed down to a particular frequency. So if you can match frequencies, you can merge with things. You can walk through walls and all that kind of stuff. The things that seem paranormal could be advanced beings have tapped into some type of understanding of how to match different frequencies in our dimension and appear aboriginal or paranormal, but in true reality, they could just be taking a peek in.
Whatever the Egyptians were doing, I think they were the most advanced civilization that ever existed. I don't think we could do what they did. The precision in which they built it, I really don't think we can do that. Just the symmetry of the faces of the statues is unparalleled, and they're immense. These are monstrously huge, perfectly symmetrical faces.
Right.
Their temples are insanely intricate.
They were incredibly advanced.
Incredibly advanced.
With math, with science, with technology.
Certainly with geometry. 20-ton gigantic stone blocks that were taken from a mountain 500 miles away. And no one has any idea how the fuck they got them.
Nobody has any clue.
No guesses.
Right.
There's some guesses about, oh, maybe the river system was different back then. Whatever. How are you getting that 50-ton chunk of granite out of a fucking mountain and moving it down, even with modern equipment? How are you getting it over the mountain?
I went too deep. I went too deep. Have you heard of the prison planet theory? Well, guess who just learned about it? Yeah. I didn't sleep last night. I did not sleep last night, and if you keep watching this, you're probably not going to sleep either. So here I am, minding my own business on Reddit when I found Escaping Prison Planet. And for the next 3 hours, I dove too deep. Here's the gist of it. Essentially, we're all trapped here on Earth. We're all trapped here, and everything we know about, like all the religions that believe in reincarnation, all these different things, yeah, we keep coming back to this Earth because there are astral beings that are harvesting our energy, and they are trapping us here. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. Well, let's get into the details. Apparently these beings that are controlling us are these reptilian beings that you always hear about. Well, let's dive into it, In Jainism and Hinduism, they have Nagas, half human, half serpent. The Aztec Empire talked about a serpent-like god that they called Quetzalcoatl. And don't tell me if I pronounced it right or wrong. I don't care, okay? Surely 2 instances, right? This is just a coincidence. African shamans talk about the Shitari, and it is a race of reptilian beings. The Hopi Indians in North America had the Sheti, which translates to snake brothers. Chinese, Japanese, and Korean legends all talk about the Kappa. And Gnostic text, which if you don't know about the Gnostics, Gnosis just means knowledge, and basically what the Gnostics believed was after Christ died, you have to have particular knowledge that would save.
They're saying that this movie had a lot of satanic symbolism in it. Now, if you haven't seen this movie already, it's called Leave the World Behind, and it's about America's...
If you haven't watched this movie, please do. It has a lot of, symbols and things that they're planning to do.
Enemies joining together to take down the country. They do it in a 3-step process. Isolation, disable all communication, transportation, leaving people deaf, dumb, and paralyzed. Synchronized chaos, which is terrorize them with covert attacks, disinformation, and no clear enemy. Third, civil war and collapse. Now from the start of this movie, you see a blatant 666 right in front of your face. And in the promotional poster, people are saying it says, I am Baal. Who is Baal? A demon that Christians believe in. He's basically Satan's head demon. Not to mention this movie was produced by Barack and Michelle Obama. Are people just reaching, or is something big coming?
I have to say something big is coming, guys. I don't know if you guys are peeping into what they're saying about the solar flares, and this year, something big will happen. The communications or internet will be shut down. Just be aware and be prepared.
This is why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude. Because what's going to happen is the Unity voice is going to get so loud, and then they're just going to shut the whole thing down. Because it's like flipping the game table over, right? Like you're going to lose, you're about to lose, you're like, F it. And you flip the game over, and that's what they're going to do, bro. Yeah. They have the ability to do it. You better start thinking about what's going to happen if that happens.
Within this tattered teddy bear is not stuffing, but a living, breathing human. A prisoner of a heinous charade. Early 2000s, Savannah. Martha and Eugene Grimes, a couple revered for fostering children and aiding the needy, harbored dark secrets in their sprawling Victorian home. Guests, seeking refuge, were sedated by the Grimes and forcibly stitched into animal costumes, turned into unwilling performers for a perverse entertainment. The Grimes' grotesque charade continued undetected for 18 years, the truth hidden by the couple's veneer of generosity and community spirit. The horrors were unearthed in 2022 when a former foster child, triggered by the game Five Nights at Freddy's, recalled the trauma, leading to a shocking investigation. As the investigation deepened, authorities uncovered a mass grave on the property's outskirts. Amidst the overgrowth, many victims were found, still grotesquely bound within their costume prisons.
So I saw a video about the back of the $20 bill. It's not gonna let me zoom in. And they were saying it looked like somebody hanging. But if you look up here at the pillars, who the fuck are they? Who are they? Those are not pillars. Those are faces. People. Who are these people? Who are these people?
First, you start seeing a sequence of numbers, 111, 444, 333. This will go on for approximately 3 to 6 months until you recognize you are seeing a sequence of numbers. The next phase is that you'll start to wake up between the hours of 3 and 4 There are reasons for this. And then you will go back to sleep around 4 or 5. And the sleep that you have around 4 or 5 in the morning, you'll have intense dreams. These dreams will be so vivid that it will feel like you've slept for hours and you've only been asleep for an hour. These are ascension phases. If you are going through one or more of these phases, let me give you an idea. It's all good, but it's all you.
Your favorite celebrities have been alive for a long, long time.
You know, I'm not saying that people can't look similar, but when you're this famous and there's people back in the day who looks exactly like you, it makes you wonder. Look, I know people seen this. It literally looks just like him. Great ancestor? That one's a stretch, right? How about your boy Johnny Depp? Oh, what are you doing over there, Justin? Is that your great-great-great-grandpa? Anybody know who that is? It's just crazy how similar these people look. It's also crazy how this guy had power back in his day, and he has power in this day, and they look exactly alike. And not too many people look like that. You're gonna call it Photoshop, right? This one trips me up. You know who that is? Cause I know you know who that is. Got more for you. What do you guys think? That's the same freaking person. I bet you there's even more instances than what I could find.
I was born on the 13th.
Is this a coincidence? I think not, but you tell me.
I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in the US in 13 weeks. Every time I've won an award at an award show, I've been seated in row M, which is the 13th letter, or like the 13th seat, or the 13th row, or the 13th section. It's really a good number.
Wait, hold on, there's more.
You guys know what Super Bowl this is? It's 58. You know what 5 plus 8 is? 13. It's Taylor Swift's album called 13.
Yo! Dang!
You guys know the date of the Super Bowl?
It's the 11th.
Of?
February.
11 plus 2.
Yo!
Who are they playing?
The 49ers.
It's 4 plus 9.
Dude, come on. 13.
Just saying. What seed are the 49ers?
The 1 seed.
What seed are the Chiefs?
The 2 seed.
No, the 3.
1 and 3. 13. This dude is so stupid.
Where's Taylor Swift coming from? She's coming from Tokyo to the Super Bowl.
What does that mean?
A flight from Tokyo to Las Vegas.
13 hours.
13 hours. And I'm not even kidding.
What the
You know how many games Taylor Swift has been to?
13?
12.
This is the 13th?
The Super Bowl will be the 13th.
Is this all true?
Yeah, no, this is all for real. Brock Purdy's jersey number is 13, so that's 8. The funny thing is, in numerology, 13 actually symbolizes good luck. If you made it this far, there's absolutely no way you watched all of that and thought to yourself, that's just...
Bueno, aquí estamos transmitiendo. Muy buenas tardes. Aquí estamos pintando el techo de mi vivienda. Azul, azul como el cielo, azul. ¿Para qué? Para que nos proteja el techo azul como el cielo. Entonces, si el techo es azul, el cielo es azul, el malo no toca lo azul porque el azul es de Dios. La señal de Lorente, muy fuerte.
You know, you ask yourself why the blue things are not burning. Then, you know, you realize this is not a wildfire. This is not a normal fire.
Today we're going to look at a couple coincidences with these celebrity doppelgangers. Meet Nikki Misagina from the 1920s. She was a Cambodian princess that was actually poisoned. Anyways, different story. Now we all know about Anne Hathaway, the actress, her husband, Shakespeare, Anne Hathaway. That's so weird because this is Shakespeare's wife. Her name's Anne Hathaway. Look at the eyes in these two guys, man. Like, you can't, that's pretty wild. Of course, we know this one, Miss Zena LaVey, daughter of the guy that started the Satanist church. Her and Taylor, they do look alike. Not saying they're identical or anything. They do favor. Then the legend himself, Mr. Keanu Reeves. 1530 and 1875. That's crazy, man. This right here is pretty interesting, though. This the story. She was a Cambodian princess. No, it's not the same person, but the fact that they look so similar, similar. A lot of these do. I just think it's cool, and there definitely could be a lot more to it. Y'all have a good one.
Yo, you guys won't believe what I found. Check this out. What if I told you guys that every major disaster was predicted by Mountain Dew? Yes, the soft drink Mountain Dew. So let's start with Code Red. Now, the flavor Code Red debuted in May of 2001 and was a massive success. But just a few months later, can you guess what happened? Yep, you guessed it, 9/11. Now, when there's a state of emergency or an attack, that's literally what it is, a Code Red. The next flavor we have is Maui Burst, which debuted in April of 23, but yet again, just a few months later, you have the Maui Fires. Coincidence? Let's keep going. Next we have is Baja Blast with 3 other variants, and they called this pack the Summer of Baja, which was released in the summer of 2023. Would you look at that? You had Storm Hillary hit in summer on the Baja Peninsula. It even predicted the category of the storm, category 4, and the Baja Blast pack came in a pack of 4. And last but not least, we have Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which had a limited release throughout the years, but I'm keeping my eye on this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, if you guys remember, throughout this whole entire year, we've had problems with hackers and warnings of blackouts. So the big question is this the next major disaster to happen? Even the movie Leave the World Behind paints a perfect picture on how this can go down, and being that 2024 is an election year, anything can happen. But what do you guys think? Comment below.
La aterradora fotografía que fue tomada por un granjero a un real y auténtico reptiliano.
That's the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching up to the very end. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button if you feel inclined to.